Oh, good. What is up, everyone? Welcome, episode 22, Meet the Press, Sunday night. We're back. Jared is having a rough last few minutes, but he's here.
Well, it's just that first day back from vacation vibes.
Oh, my,
You
my
know,
bad. I forgot. Yeah,
Tyler's over here messing around with the computer.
my bad. My bad.
I've been having some computer issues most of the day today. But, back in the swing of things, getting ready for football season to get going again.
Yeah, I know camp starts in, inside of 2 weeks? Is it August 3rd, around there
Uh,
somewhere?
Pretty sure Western starts within the next week, but they've got their
Oh, in the
media
next
day.
week? Okay.
Yeah, conference media day is down in Arlington, Texas on Wednesday. So I'm taking off tomorrow morning after I do something over at Western for volleyball and heading to Texas for a couple days.
So we're Texas bound? We may have
Texas
to do
Jared
we're
is
gonna
going to
do
be
a live
back.
show from Texas. We're gonna have to do a live show from Texas.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll have time for that because after Media Day Wednesday, I will be getting in my car and driving straight back for Western's Media Day Thursday
for
morning.
Western's Media Day. Yeah.
I'm jumping right into busy season, man. All-nighters, back at it, gas station food, those Love truck stops in Arkansas. I hate those. But I stopped.
Why? Why do you hate Loves?
They're just not. I mean, they're fine. They've got bathrooms.
What
They're
do
not
you
good
want?
bathrooms.
What?
They're not
I know
Buc-ee's
we've talked about
bathrooms.
this. Well, of course they're not, Jared.
They're not world famous.
I think they are actually. I think their bathrooms are
Loves?
world famous at Loves.
Loves?
For cleanliness. Yeah. I feel like I'm not making that up. I could be, but I don't think
I feel
I
like
am.
you've never been in Arkansas Love's bathroom on a Sunday evening.
You don't know where I've been in Arkansas, dude. I can tell. Yeah.
I would love an Arkansas story right now.
Pass. Arkansas, not just Arkansas Loves, just all Loves. Ooh, I'm not gonna look up Love's bathrooms. So we're gonna continue on because
now I'm kind of curious what would pop up.
Do you hear that thunder? So last Sunday, whenever we got done, I think I tweeted something about it, but like within the hour after we got done last week, the tornado sirens and like things were going off at my house.
It was that bad there?
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Like whenever we got done, like it was fine. Like I looked outside, it was great. And then I was filling up my dishwasher and my phone started going off with like the tornado warning thing.
Dang.
It came super fast. And now there's supposed to be another storm tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rain all week. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Kind of miss those.
So the rain?
Days. Yeah.
It's been too daggum hot, man.
Yeah. No, it really has. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready to just jump into pumpkin spice season. I love pumpkin spice season, man.
I'm 100% with you. Yeah.
I've got
like there's a Are you
every time I started my sentence, you started yours. So just go talk.
There's a like a custard place here called Andy's. I think it's like there's others that I've seen. It's not a local thing. Like Andy's frozen custard. Have you ever seen one of those? Is that a thing? Oh, you have? Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
Probably not.
You're aware of frozen custard. You know what that is.
Yes. Yeah.
And like around fall, they always have like a pumpkin pie, like custard or like Dairy Queen. That's always good.
Yeah. I just love a nice PSL. That pumpkin spice latte, it just hits different. You know.
Are you a chai person? Do you like chai?
I'm not a big chai person.
See, I like chai.
Just like coffee. Like I like just plain coffee. Like I don't get really creative outside of pumpkin spice season.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to drop there. I thought you were going to drop a potential sponsorship opportunity
with Allen's Coffee Brandy.
with Allen's coffee brandy. Yeah. Which
They
again,
wanted
I know we've
to
talked about it,
sponsor us.
but I've had it.
Yeah, you tried it. What did you think?
It's good. It's super it's got more of a bite than I thought, but like it
Will
was
sneak up on
good.
you. Yeah.
Like you said, like you're gonna drink it and you're gonna feel it all over your body. And I'm like, well, alcohol. And I did, and like all the way to the extremities.
Yeah.
Like it was good.
Like when I'm like home in the winter, I'll mix some into a thing of coffee if I go out and shovel. Keep you nice and warm. Those Maine winters
Crap,
get brutal, man.
shovel.
Well, it's a
That's
well, that's like a
yeah,
twice
I could
weekly thing.
yeah, I could see Maine winters being rough. What's it like a normal winter
Uh,
for you? Like, what did it take for you to get out of school on a snow day, like growing up?
oh, well,
Because I'm
you've
assuming you
lived in
walked.
oh, no, no, everything is too spaced out there, man.
That's a
Nothing
good
is
point.
close
That's a good
together.
point. Okay.
You drive everywhere. You've lived in Kentucky, so you see what shuts down a school
Yes.
for a week here in terms of school.
Yeah, yeah. And I got
Like,
family in
it,
Michigan, and I
it
hear that all the time.
what? Yeah, 1 to 2 inches. School shut down
Yeah,
for a week. That would
yeah.
not even give us a delay.
Right.
It's
I can
like
see that. Yeah.
6+ inches is when you start probably talking. I'd say 3 to 4 you might get a delay,
Is
like for an
that's where we
hour.
get a little bit like so like as a kid, whenever you're going to bed the night before and the snow's starting to come down, at that point you're like, this is some bullshit. Like this is a tease. Like it's not like I'm gonna wake up in the morning and it's gonna be 3-4 inches. We're gonna have just enough to like maybe
Yeah,
um
you couldn't
sled
bank on
down.
it like you do here. Like I see
Yeah.
schools here closing down like the day before, and then
Right.
the kids nowadays they have the automated texting systems where they get the
Oh yeah.
notifications. We had to get up,
It's better than a
sit in
phone
front of
tree.
the TV. Yeah, we had to get up and
Right.
sit in front of the TV with the one channel that we got, one local channel, and watch it scroll across the bottom of the screen, waiting for your school district. And it always pops up as soon as you turn to do something else. And then you look
Or a
back,
commercial.
you just missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm looking for like in high school, like I'm looking for the ends. Like I'm ready. Like, all right, we're getting closer. And then it's like Malden, Meadow Heights, um, I don't know, something else. Here's a message from our spot. And then it like comes back. Oh, here's Piedmont. I'm like, God, we're so close. Like we just missed those other letters. And then like you have to like go all the way back around. But yeah. Snow days are fun,
Miss
man.
those snow days. Yeah, I miss snow days.
It's kind of fun. I don't know. It like when I was a high school reporter and the schools were out for snow days, those kind of felt like snow days. I mean, I still had to work. Like I still had to make sure that there was something in the paper that day, but I still felt like it was a little bit of a snow day, and that was always fun for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Back in like the high school days, because colleges don't cancel or postpone.
Not as
Really,
much.
not at all, really. And I haven't had
No.
any like major troubles with travel with that kind of thing. Knock on wood, but you never know what could happen.
So you say start with travel. So your season is kind of like amping up, ramping up, whatever the word is. What's gonna be like? Because football season starts in what, like 3 weeks? Is game one like September 13th,
Uh,
12th,
late
somewhere around that
August,
time?
late August for
Oh, August. I'm sorry, August, not
college
September.
football. Yeah,
August.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
late August.
So like, what are you doing now? Like, so like everyone,
I
because
did.
I know everyone thinks like, hey, don't start for a while. What's it like? I know you have prep work, you got preseason stuff. What are you working on right now?
Well, I'm getting ready to hop back into things. I did nothing for the last week because I was on vacation. Didn't really go
Yeah,
anywhere,
of
do
course.
anything. Just wanted to unwind. But
I'm gonna ask you what
with
you cooked because I want to talk about what you cooked this week in your off
oh
time. But
yeah,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
no, it'll be these first couple of days getting into things with football. It's like general media day stuff, like, oh, we had media day. This is what's happening. Conference USA media day will probably be, something along the lines of 3 teams from the conference last year are gone. There's another 6 that are leaving at the end of the year. Some kind of shift in dynamics, still focused on winning it this year. Something along those lines. And then the
Right,
next day,
right,
a
right.
general Western one. Then I'll get more into, some player features or position previews, and I'll go
Yeah,
back and
different
take,
storyline things.
yeah, take what the coaches said at media days, and do some kind of like opponent preview for like a series, like go through Western schedule and every day, look at each of their games, based on what some of those opposing coaches or what Western's players and coaches had said. Just that kind of thing. And then, stuff pops up, quarterback battles, position battle.
Right.
It's just, there's always something.
So I'm admittedly out of the following certain rules in college thing. What was the transfer thing that they did? Because I feel like this is something that the NCAA is like basically saying now you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, I haven't looked too much into it. I just saw it. Tried to stay off Twitter as much as possible this past week, but I saw
That's a good idea.
one of the things that popped up. Yeah, was kind of, they've got the one-time free transfer now that they just started with in the last year or two. Pretty much doing away with that and letting people transfer multiple times. Um, you know, I don't really see it changing things that drastically. Probably football's the biggest one because basketball players, if most of the time, if they're that popular, that big of a star, they're very good and they'll go to the NBA.
Right, right.
They can
There's
do
kind
the
of
they can do
a
the
plan for
yeah they
those.
can do the one and done.
Right, 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 right.
Football. Uh, I don't know. I don't think it'll be as big of a deal as some people are making it out to be. Because I mean, you can still do the transfer, and you can transfer as a grad transfer. Um, so I think it's not a bad thing necessarily because everybody looks at it as it's these kids just going wherever the money is for the NIL, but they don't see it
Right.
from the other side of things. So, a kid at a certain level, maybe not good enough to play there, he's got an opportunity to move closer to home or go to a smaller school, or there's a lot of
Right,
other
right, right.
factors that people don't consider that are probably more prevalent than the ones that people are worried about for this specific situation.
I get that. I do think a lot of times it's the stigma of, oh, he doesn't or she doesn't want to work hard. Like they go here, there's someone else ahead of them on depth chart, farther up the bench, whatever. Like, oh, they don't want to work. That's well, back in my day, like kids used to work and whatever. Like I feel like there are a lot of other extenuating circumstances that fans may not always care about
Yeah, and I
because
mean coaches.
because they're fans.
Yeah, I mean coaches can do it too. Like, and people don't usually say as much about that. More so with the head coaches. But I mean, you look at assistant coaches in
Right.
college football; they move around quite a bit. Sometimes they're not
Yeah,
even there
yeah.
for a season. Like I know some that were hired like around bowl game time, the bowl season, or right after the season. Maybe
Mhm.
go through spring ball, and they're not even with the team after that. So, and coaches can do it
It's
for free.
brutal, man. Yeah,
It's
that's
a
what I'm
rough
saying. I
lifestyle.
wasn't it wasn't it Satterfield from Louisville like last year whenever or maybe it was 2 years ago. Whenever the transfer stuff started up a little bit more, he was like um basically like talking about loyalty, like these kids are just here for 4 years. They don't care. Coaches are here for a long time. Basically everything that everyone thinks, but you don't say it. Like basically like, hey, this isn't a lifetime for me either. Like I'm under contract too, just the same as 1 year contract as they're under. And I
Yeah,
thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, man, that's something that everybody thinks, but that's just like something you don't say. Like it
yeah.
is, yeah. it is that kind of thing where, yeah, coaches may not have the best situation either. It may not work with a spouse. It may not work with an athletic director. It may not work with um, personnel, whatever. Like there are other circumstances there also.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I just think I saw a tweet the other day that was like they're cheating, like it just opens up cheating or something, and then now you're surprised. But I don't know. I think Mark Emmert needs to be gone. I think that's kind of like the first step in kind of like the new NCAA. That's just, I know that's a random thought, but I think that would help because we are getting into a world of this isn't Mark Emmert, the NCAA he grew up with. Like this is a completely different animal now.
yeah. I feel like sometimes you have to just let things settle out and people get used to them. I feel like people are so quick to, jump the gun sometimes on things and feel like things automatically need change. If it is that you? Yeah.
I've
Sometimes
been known.
I'm a patient person most of the time, so I feel like that's where we differ a little bit. You
Well, I
kind of
mean,
remind me.
I did jokingly say earlier that you were the controversial one of the duo.
Honestly, I have been more controversial than you so far on this. I'm the one that said bacon was overrated,
Well,
and
I don't think
it's a pretty controversial take.
I don't think controversial is the word, but we can, I think there's
That's what I'm
another
saying.
word. Just
Accurate.
asinine, maybe accurate. I don't. It's funny we both went A words, but we just went the complete different way. Um, I don't know. I think it's a nice balance.
I mean, yeah. No, I
Oh,
agree.
speaking of football, did you see the XFL put out their 8 cities?
Mm-hmm. I sure did.
Did, did you? I'm gonna read the cities anyway, but we're gonna pick them and we're gonna see if you can go 2 for 2 in.
New football or
I don't know how I
football
wanted to word
leagues.
it.
And football leagues that
Not
have failed in the past and keep coming back.
Yeah, maybe that I was gonna say defunct football leagues, but I'm like, no, they're actually here. Like funked or no longer defunct football leagues. So we have 8 teams
As of now.
as of now. Yes, for the 2023 season because it's next year. So there could obviously be some, I guess, added. Arlington, Texas, Houston, Orlando, Vegas, San Antonio, Seattle, St. Louis, Washington, D.C. The league dropped New York, LA, and Tampa Bay. Travel is gonna suck.
Yeah. I mean, for an 8-team league, some of those seem a little random. But I don't necessarily think it's all bad. Washington D.C. is the one that sticks out as the weirdest for me. People might say Arlington, but that's in that whole Dallas Fort Worth area, and I mean that's
Yeah, it's
where the Cowboys
basically
play. Yeah, Arlington is where the Cowboys play,
yeah, yeah.
so it makes a lot of sense to me.
It's where the Rangers play too, wasn't it? At one time because it was ballpark at Arlington.
Yeah, that's where they still play there. They're right near each other.
Oh, they still play
That's
there.
where I'll. That's where I'll be next week. That's where they're having Conference USA Media Day.
You have to
Yeah,
send me
they hold
pictures.
they hold the football media day at a baseball stadium. They hold the basketball conference tournament at a football stadium.
And they say
Weird conference,
Texans
but
have it together. All right. So who are you leaning toward? You already talked smack on DC, so I don't think you're going to take DC.
uh, initial thoughts are that I
Again,
think
we don't
San
know what the
Antonio.
mascots are. We don't know what the mascots are
Right,
either.
that could change the answer. But cities alone, I think San Antonio could have a good following or a good, you know, a good chance of being a successful football city.
Okay, so you know what we're
You
going to
want
do
my
right
reasoning?
now. Sure.
Okay. So UTSA, it's a fairly new football program.
Roadrunners.
Roadrunners, yes.
Roadrunners.
And it picked up a ton of steam these last 2 years. Very good Conference USA champions this year, making the move to the AAC. They already play in the Alamo Dome, so it's a very good football facility. No NFL market there. So I think football is picking up there quite a bit. I believe it's the 7th most populated city in America as well. So there's plenty of room to, get fans there for that.
San Antonio is the 7th most populated city in America?
I believe so. I believe that's what I saw last year.
It's got to be like second in Texas then, right? Dallas has to be bigger. Dallas is bigger than San Antonio, right?
I think Houston would be the biggest. But
Oh, maybe Houston. Okay.
yeah,
I don't
Houston's
know.
the biggest.
I don't.
But
Okay, Houston's the biggest.
okay, according to a very quick Google search, Houston would be the 4th largest in the country. And this says by 2022. And San Antonio is number 7. Dallas would be number 9. But I don't know if that
Whoa,
includes
okay.
Dallas, Fort Worth,
The big
Frisco,
3 are LA,
Arlington.
Chicago, New York, right? Those are the first 3.
New York, LA, Chicago. Yeah.
Okay.
New York, LA, Chicago. Honestly, I just really like San Antonio too. I think it's a really cool city. So
I went there when I was I was probably 13. We saw the Alamo.
Do you
Went to the
remember it?
River Walk. No, honestly, not very much. It wasn't impressive.
It's underwhelming.
It's not a huge fixture. You hear about the Alamo and you're like, it's not.
Yeah, it's just kind of there. It's there.
If I was gonna make a basement joke, but would that have landed with you? I guess not. Okay. Disregard. It's not a big deal.
Well, now I'm confused.
Okay, so have you ever heard of like Pee Wee Herman? Have you ever heard of Pee Wee Herman?
I have heard of Pee Wee Herman.
Okay, so the one of the movies was he lost his bike, or he got his bike stolen, and that was one of the possibilities of where his bike ended up was in the basement of the Alamo. And that was the thing, is he got down there and he goes, no, like, there is no basement.
Yeah, no, that would have gone way over my head.
No, I figured it did. Yeah.
But no, I agree. It was pretty underwhelming from what everybody talks about. I really like the Riverwalk though. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was nice. So okay.
Did you see that Chris Vanini of The Athletic put out who the head coaches would be for these teams?
Oh no, I didn't. Who are those? Who drop those?
This is what he says. I don't know if it's all official or anything yet. He said Arlington would be Bob Stoops, Houston would be Wade Phillips, Orlando Terrell Buckley, Vegas Rod Woodson, San Antonio Hines Ward, Seattle Jim Haslett, St. Louis Anthony Beck, Washington D.C. Reggie Barlow.
That would be fun. Jim Haslett. When was the last time Jim Haslett coached?
I don't know. The Hines Ward one kind of surprised me though. I was a big Hines Ward fan growing up because I really liked the Steelers. Did you drop a ping pong ball?
I did.
Anyway, I don't know how much coaching experience Hines Ward has. I was a big fan of him, growing up, playing for the Steelers. But I think he was at FAU the last couple of years, and I think he only got promoted to being a receivers coach with at the tail end of last season when they were struggling terribly on offense.
Jim Haslett coached with the Titans in 2020, 2021.
Did you pick a team?
But no, I didn't. But what we're gonna do is, so we're gonna pick teams, and then we're gonna pick out what like our dream mascot for that team would be.
Huh.
Okay. I mean, like we can work it out together, I guess. So, like, are you gonna go
Yeah.
San Antonio? Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I might need to think about that for a while though. I
okay,
would
we can go
imagine
back.
St. Louis would be your team. I see you as being a hometown kind of guy.
Man, I thought about it, but I'm a big Pacific Northwest fan. So maybe Seattle.
I wonder if they should call them the Seahawks. I just feel like that would be a good name. I think it's a little bit catchy. Could probably get a good fan base. They could come up with something creative
They
for
sound
their
like a
fans,
team
like
that
like the
wouldn't
12th man.
they sound like a team that wouldn't run the ball at the goal line. They just sound like they kind of like the way you're pitching it, they sound like they would
I,
try to
no,
throw a
I think
pass from the one.
yeah, but only if time was expiring in the XFL championship.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
What about the San
Man.
Antonio Pitmasters?
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, dude, if I pick St. Louis, I would literally do like the St. Louis toasted raviolis. Like I'm not even fronting. That's what I would pick.
Why don't they let us pick these names?
I don't know. The
Don't
Arlington, I want to go through the whole all of them now. Like I'm already in the mood. Arlington, what's in Arlington?
it's like the Dallas
Arling
area, so it's
the
like all like big
Arlington
city Cowboys.
Armadillos?
There's probably armadillos there.
Yep. Houston. I like alliteration, so everything I would pick would be like a Houston. Wait, who is the rapper from Houston? Because that's where I would go with it.
Got to be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not good with like where
It's
rappers.
Paul Wall. It's Paul Wall. I would be the Houston Paul Walls.
Yeah, I could see that because you were a Houston Gamblers fan too.
Oh, that's right. I was.
R
Still am. Still
USFL
am. We're
still going
good.
strong.
Yeah. They haven't been defunct yet. Orlando. I don't know, man. Like Mickey
Got to be honest,
Mouse's.
when I
I
hear
feel like that's
yeah, the castles.
the
Uh,
Orlando Castles. I feel like Vegas is like Las Vegas. Ooh, well, I was gonna say Vixens, but that I don't really think that would work
for a
here.
football team.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I just thought yeah, no, okay.
Naming teams is harder than I thought.
It is. It's a lot harder than I thought it was. Yeah.
I feel like if I knew the history of these cities more than I do, it would be a lot easier.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna tell you then. The St. Louis toasted raviolis are spot on. Boom. And also
I mean, I
Archie, like St. Louis not having a Division 1 football team, they missed the hell out on Archie Manning. Arch Manning, I'm sorry. Because there's an arch there.
you think there would be an NIL deal with an arch?
I mean, there's literally NIL deals with everything. But yeah, I
It's
would pick
true.
the St. I'm gonna pick the St. Louis toasted raviolis. That's my team. And I'm going to call them that.
Eh, We'll see if that's what comes up as their mascot. But we've talked a lot about change. The change in the NCAA transfer rules, changes in the XFL, new cities
Right.
not being in the XFL. And it kind of brings me back to a question you asked me earlier this week, and that I've been
Uh-huh.
kind of pondering. If I could change one sports moment in the history of sports moments, what would it be? But
I
now I'm
will
kind of
say,
curious what yours is before I say mine.
one of my friends posed this question to me a couple weeks ago, and it has been on my mind. I don't know because like my obvious thought would be, or like people just assume since I'm a Bills fan, like one of the 4 lost Super Bowls in a row. But I was born in '90, so I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. Um, because recent history is a thing. I would honestly probably pick the Bills Chiefs game.
What about it specifically?
I
Just
was
not losing.
There were 12 seconds. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I didn't want to. I don't want to lose.
It's very
Yeah, like I don't care.
non-specific.
I don't. I know. I want to change the outcome. I don't want to lose. Like I think just because, and again, that wouldn't have given the Bills a Super Bowl. That would have just put them in the AFC Championship against the Bengals. But I think that was, if the Bills don't win a Super, I've said before, I think the Bills win at least one Super Bowl in the next 5 years. But if they don't win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years, I think last year may be like one of the closest chances they had.
I feel like that's some recency bias in there too.
Well, of course it is.
But
Well, what is
yeah,
yours? If you,
see,
I swear, Jared, if you tell me yours was like a month ago, I'm gonna drive down to Bowling Green.
I,
I swear,
so
if you
I
do
was
that shit.
I was at Paul Walker Golf Course here in Bowling Green for the Pickens Amateur. No, I didn't really have one that I was like super passionate about. Um, because for me, it wasn't like a lot of times win or loss that the game decided it. I could say like do you remember it was a Green Bay and Seattle when like the refs, you had one rule the touchdown and one say it was incomplete.
I
It
mean, I
was a
feel like
very
that
famous
happens a
play.
lot, but
Yeah, but like it was a big deal at the time. I've got
I
no
don't
connection to this. The
remember it.
first thing that comes to my mind, and it didn't really have that big of an impact on the game. Do you remember in 2010, Armando Galarraga's near perfect game?
Oh man, yeah. Oh, okay, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
super
and
good
I,
one.
I mean, I don't care about either of those teams. I'm not a Tigers
Yeah.
fan or anything. Not a Armando Galarraga fan. I don't know what he's doing, where he is right now. If I did, that would be kind of creepy. First of all, but I don't know. It was just it didn't really impact the outcome of the game, and the umpire. It sounded like he was apologetic, and you know,
It
I'm not. I understand that there's officiating, mistakes in games,
right.
so it doesn't really bother me as much. But I think it was just the situation and how they both handled it is
Is
why I
that
would
is
change
that what
that one.
you're is that what you're picking? Is that one?
I think so because I can't think of anything else right now.
That's a
I
good
probably
one.
will as soon as we end this.
That's a good one. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have some more now that I think about it. Because
There's
I
not
do
really
have
many
some
that I like.
that are like personal bias.
Yeah,
Um, like Kentucky losing to Wisconsin in 2015 in the Final Four. That was bad. That wasn't fun. Um,
what about Kentucky losing to St. Peter's?
that didn't bother me. I honestly didn't care. Yeah, I've gotten more. I don't know if cynical is the word because I'm that anyway, but I've just become kind of more immune to Kentucky, I guess. Like I
Yeah,
know I'm going to be disappointed.
it was just a loud bang or crash or something outside my window. So sorry, it jumped me a little. Oh, I do have another one. It
Okay, what's
was
the other one?
it might have been 2016, might have been 2017, it might have been.
Okay.
I think it was one of those two. Don't remember exactly. I was at a UK football game, media, and in the last 5 minutes, you could go down to the field and stand along the sidelines before post game. And I did that. Kentucky was playing Vanderbilt night game. Vanderbilt was driving, towards the end zone. They didn't end up scoring, but there was one play. It was a pass that was incomplete, and the ball was coming towards me. I was holding a folder in my right arm, my dominant arm. Just to preface this, the ball bounced in front of me, bounced up to me, and I could not make the catch. It hit off my arm and bounced out. So embarrassed. But I did have a folder in my arm. Didn't spill anything in the folder, so.
But you say you had a folder in your right arm though, but you catch things with your left hand, bro.
Only baseballs.
I'm sorry. Just the shape of the.
Well, other things you can use two hands to catch.
So, Mr. Everything that you say makes total sense. Who would be your prize pick of the week? I have mine.
Do you
You
have
want to get
yours?
mine first this week?
I haven't thought about it.
It's
at
Juan
all.
Soto. I want Juan Soto on the Cardinals.
Gosh, you
so
said
damn
that
bad
so
it drives
fast.
me crazy. I know. I'm sorry. Juan Soto is super good at baseball. He's only hitting like 250 this year, but he's like 23 years old, and he's easily one of the best hitters in baseball currently. And the Cardinals had 3 hits today, 2 by Paul Goldschmidt. Both of those were home runs, and then Albert Pujols hit a single, and that was literally it because they cannot hit at all. I'm sorry, was that not long enough?
Yeah, can you go back through his complete
I thought you were gonna say. I really thought you were gonna drop it. That's what she said on me. I really thought that's what you were gonna do.
No, this is a family-friendly podcast.
It's not.
We have not yet had to check off the. This is.
I haven't done it yet. I haven't hit the explicit button yet. I probably should though. Sometimes. Who is it? Who is it?
Can I give it to myself for taking a week off and smoking a great pork butt?
Oh,
on a $25 charcoal grill.
Yeah, what'd you cook this week? You can be your prize pick of the week.
Yeah, the beginning of the week. It's been a long week. I'm not used to taking weeks off. So
I know it's weird.
Yeah, I'm giving my prize pick of the week to the pork butt I smoked. I don't have like a fancy smoker or anything. Yeah, I've got a $25 charcoal grill, and I had some hickory chunks in there, some pecan, and just let it go for like 12, 13 hours. I don't know how long. It was until it was done.
How long did you watch? Did you watch it the whole
solid.
time?
Pretty much, because it was a $25 charcoal grill. It's not one of those fancy
right. Just had to make
type
sure.
in the. Yeah, no, it was made with a nice rub of salt, pepper, and love. And
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say it was made with a nice rub of love. You missed an opportunity there.
Hey,
you should make your own seasoning. Isn't that what everybody in the barbecue game does?
Not everybody.
Oh.
I feel like the people that are like striving to be famous and do that. But I mean, like in a lot of Texas barbecue, it's like salt and pepper.
I know. That's what they always say.
And it is. It's just salt, pepper, and smoke. And it's
like literally after we get
very
done,
well
I'm
executed.
Across town to my buddy's house because he got a new smoker today, and I'm gonna go try what he has made today.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm probably gonna have some more pulled pork when I get off this too, because I've been eating on it for days.
Well, Jared, you go have your pulled pork. We thank everyone for hopping on with us this week. We will see you all next Sunday.